Welcome back to another episode of Who Am I to Judge podcast. I'm Alexis.
And I am Samantha. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Welcome back. How are you?
I am pretty good. I am just, sorry, I want to clean off my camera. I am having a fairly productive day.
What'd you do today? What's productive about it? Tell us.
Well, I took both of the dogs on a walk. They officially can walk together. So we walked around like the lake. So I took a nice long walk with them. I did a second dye of my hair today. So that's like something I needed to do. I did my unemployment stuff.
I thought you had done that for some reason.
No, I have to certify every week. So I did that. I did my weekly certification. And then tonight I'm preparing I'm not sure what's going to happen because obviously like it's just weird with having to still go to a place where I used to work, but I'm preparing to possibly teach my 60-minute class this evening. So yeah, I've been just preparing for that. Just been a good day. Like my goal, one of my word for this year is devotion to myself mainly and like my goals. And so it feels good to just take care of myself and, go for a long walk. Like that's part of like my movement. And then I dyed my hair and I did my nails last night. And so just doing things for myself feels good. But yeah, it was a good day so far, but still more to go. How are you?
Good, productive day. Went to the gym, had a meeting for my part-time job, did some work for my part-time job. Then submitted a project I had to do for an interview process. I submitted that today. And now and then I also had to do some work for my car with Allstate. So I did that. Just
it's just good you'll be getting your car.
I won't be getting my car, but I'll be
Well,
getting
you'll be getting the car again, right?
No, I won't.
What are you getting?
What I'll get is a settlement amount of money that I'll pay for the car loan. So it's like what I get is the money that's worth the car, and I then give that money to Navy Federal, who has my loan for the car, and then the loan is settled. That's how that ends.
Oh
and then
my
it ends.
God. Yeah, I've not gone through that process, so I'm not familiar. That sucks. I'm so sorry, Alexis.
Yeah. I end with no car, but
so will you get a car? Are you like have a plan to get a car, or are you just
eventually? I first have to get a full-time position. Once I get a full-time position, I can like think about that. But right now, it's like full-time position is like the main
so
thing.
Sorry, honey. I know that was a gift. Well, if you ever need me, I got you.
I just keep saying that I hope the people who stole the car get the year they deserve plus interest on that.
Yeah, I hear you, girl.
That's what I hope.
I'm not bigger than that at this point in my life.
Yeah. And like my mom was like, don't like, what did she say? She was like, we don't do that, Alexis. I'm like, look, if what they deserve is grace, they'll get grace from God. If what they deserve is justice, they'll get justice. Like whatever they deserve. I don't put I'm not specific on that because I want it to be as broad as possible. So whatever the hell that they get thrown at them, I hope it gets thrown at them.
Right.
But yeah, and then later today we're playing spades with our card group.
Oh yeah,
so that'll be fun.
Oh yeah, Courtney's in the group.
Yeah, Courtney, me, and these two other girls who are really cool. So
I want to try. I want to play with you guys one day.
You should. It's just been a long day, but
I can tell.
I have been productive.
You're over it.
Yeah, the Allstate shit took a lot of me. And then this is the last thing I'll say. I've been not interviewing. I've been recruiting this week because they said they were going to be doing prototype testing next week for my part-time job. And mind you, I'm like one thing about me, I hit the ground running. So it's like they were like, we need to, recruit. So I'm like messaging like literally like I don't know if you remember, but like Roxine that we like went to high school with and Tierra who did
Oh,
like the
yeah.
braiding, like they reached out to me and were like, oh, like I would love to have our my kids like do the play testing. So I'm like hitting them up and then all of a sudden now they're like, I got a message being like, actually, we're gonna put the testing on hold for next week. And so I'm just like annoyed because I'm just like, I did a bunch of fucking work for y'all to be like,
Aw,
now I
I'm
need to cancel on
sorry.
these people. And I hate canceling on people because it makes you look really unprofessional.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, ugh, but it's fine.
It's out of your control.
Exactly. But let's get to work.
You are Capricorn season. Alexis is work, work, work. You're like,
Mhm.
let's get to work.
Let's get
Um,
it done.
Come on, girl. You get it
Let's get
started.
to it. Who do you want to start with? You should you
I want
should
you
you
to start. I want you to tell us about Hilary Duff. Who's on trial, Alexis?
Okay, I first want to talk about Hilary Duff because okay, so maybe like probably 2 months ago, I had wanted
What?
to I had wanted to go to the Hilary Duff
Lay
concert because
down.
I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to get tickets to Hilary Duff concert
Mm-hmm.
because she had just released a new single called Mature. I loved it and I was like, yes, I want to go. And so yesterday I was like scrolling on my TikTok and I had stumbled on her concert. I guess she had started her tour in
Mm-hmm.
London.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, let me see this. And I watched it and I was like, I have so many thoughts. Okay. One, like, I found myself getting emotional because she started with Wake Up. I don't know if you know that song, but I love it. And
I don't think I know
it's
that
like
one.
wake up on a
Oh yeah.
Saturday night. And she sang
Aw.
and she started out and like everybody in the crowd was like, hell yeah, like everybody was like screaming the song with her. And I was like, wow, like it just like brought back memories of like this woman. Okay, this woman to me, I have a couple things to say. This woman, I'm hoping that this tour, like there was a moment after she sang Wake Up where she was just like, the crowd was going nuts. Everyone's phone was out and she was just looking at them like, oh my God. And like, this is the first time she's performed in, I think they said 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she really understands the cultural impact she has. I feel like we've talked about Raven on here. We've talked about Britney. I feel like we've talked about, oh my God, Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Hilary Duff is a cultural moment. And it's fascinating to me because I was like, one, she has so many fucking hits. Like she was singing so many songs that I had known. And
Mm-hmm.
I like didn't even think about the fact that like this Hilary Duff, like she started with Wake Up and then she sang this is a dreams are made of. She sang
Yeah.
that. She sang, obviously Why Not So
Hey
Yesterday, Coming
now, hey
Clean. But then
now.
she also sang like other songs I love. Like I love the song Fly. She sang Fly. She sang With Love. Like there were so many songs that I just feel like I remember in middle school loving that like, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But then the next thing I wanted to talk about was like, this was in London. In London, everyone was singing the
Mm,
songs word for word with her.
mm-hmm.
And it just
She's an
made me
international
yes,
superstar.
exactly, and that's what like, I really hit me where I was like, "Damn," like, I guess I just didn't think about it, but it's like
Yeah.
Disney Channel, I guess, was
Crossover.
getting broadcasted everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
People were watching Cadet Kelly with us in different countries. People were
Right.
singing So Yesterday with us, and I was like and I feel like sometimes these Disney Channel stars like Raven, like Lindsay Lohan, like Hilary Duff,
Demi.
Demi Lovato, I mean, the list goes on, Zach and Cody, like it's easy to just think of them as like a moment in time, like they were relevant
Right.
for a moment in the US and for this bracket of age.
Right.
But then I feel like her going to London and starting her show there, I'm like, these people are actually like very impactful
Oh my
icons
God, yes.
that like, and I'm not saying they like change the world with the digital drop, but I'm saying that like they like Hilary Duff
Oh my
to
God.
me deserves like a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame when she
For
gets fucking older.
sure.
Like this
She
is
doesn't already
someone
have one?
no, because she's probably very young for someone who gets it. But it's like
She definitely deserves one. So
this
does
is
Kyla Pratt.
so does
And
Kyla Pratt,
so Raven's
Raven.
well,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
like this is someone who at one point was carrying Disney Channel on her back. Like this is someone who deserves like a star of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I was like, I feel like this is the thing that always like blows my mind. Lizzie McGuire only had 2 seasons. But for
What?
those fucking 2 seasons, yes. But for those fucking
I
2
have to Google
seasons,
that. And I'm like,
this
what?
woman carried the Disney Channel on her back, okay? On
That's
her
insane. Yeah,
back.
the impact
Like,
that she had with 2 seasons is
for 2
insane.
seasons,
Must have been like 20.
it
Yeah, it's like
it must
31,
have been like
34
20, yeah, like
episodes. Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
It must like that nowadays, that's like
But
5 seasons, like,
still, only 2
Severance alone is only
years?
8.
Like,
Exactly,
basically 3
2
years?
and carry Disney Channel on her back, made such an impression where she had movies, and then songs, and then could continue on, like, I just
Yeah,
feel
where
like
does she
sometimes
come
people
from? You
these
know?
these
Like,
child stars, I feel like sometimes people troll them when they get adults and make them feel like
true.
they're kind of corny and like that
For sure.
they're not that relevant and important. And I feel like that's why
Right.
she was looking at the crowd, seeing how crazy they were going in London for her and was like, damn. And I feel like
Mhm.
put some respect on their name. Like I feel like that's the same thing I
They
feel about like
deserve these moments, you
right,
know?
they deserve these moments, and I feel like sometimes they don't get those flowers. Like
They
I feel like
don't, for sure.
because they disappeared once they became a teen, and then it was like,
Yeah.
they
They
lived
weren't
life.
yeah, like, Disney didn't want anything to do with them because 'cause they're adults now.
Mhm. And we didn't because we aged out, we aged out of it, and I feel like and I that's why I was just like, I would really love if, like, Lindsay Lohan ran it back, like, maybe did, like, a really powerful movie, Raven too, because I actually feel like some of these
Oh
child
my god,
stars
yeah.
are, like, due a time to get their flowers in a
Oh
way
my goodness,
that
yes.
they haven't gotten it.
I agree, and I think, like, um, I think it's ripe for the taking. I think there's lots of nostalgia that
Mm,
is, very marketable right now, but also, like, these people have talent, like, Raven Simone was on, I saw she was, like, on the Miss Pat show, which I don't watch that show, but,
mhm.
she was on that show, and, like, I saw the clip of her in it, and I'm just like she is like comedic genius,
Yes,
like she
mhm,
is so funny. She's still got it. And she's able to play different characters, like I feel like she was playing like the gay auntie.
mhm,
And then with Lindsay Lohan, like I told you, we watched Freakier Friday,
mhm,
and that was so cute. Like it was
mhm,
so good. And it's because I mean, like the kids were good too, but like, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, like they were really good.
mhm.
Like I agree with you. And I mean, the impact that these girls had on us, like that's crazy that it was 2 seasons, basically 2 those must have been, like, our most formative years ever, like, because the
Yes.
way, like,
2001, so
me
that's
and my
4th
friend
grade.
yeah, like,
4th grade, yeah.
me and all of my friends I guess that's when I met Nicole, because 'cause I'm just like, we wanted to be Lizzie McGuire, like, I tried to model my life after that show, like, I'm like, "Oh
Mhm.
my god, she gets to talk to her friends before school on the phone,"
And
and
she had
then,
a
like
cool phone too, like, I
yeah, and then she
remember
goes to school and she has a crush and, she wants to do
mhm.
this and all this stuff. So it's just like, yeah, like those honestly, we're so lucky. We're so lucky that we had
Yes.
like these stars and we're so lucky
And I
that they
guess
had the
I
backing,
and
then.
right, and I wonder if they knew the reach they had because I'm like, I certainly didn't until I watched that thing, like, in my mind, Hilary Duff is like a US
I mean,
child
they were
star.
kids too. So
Yeah, and, like, the reach they had in the sense that, like, wow, like, millennials in London and in the UK are just as excited about Hilary Duff, like, it was a moment where I was like, Disney Channel did that with some of these people, like, some of these people
they
they
did that
they discovered were, like, multi-talented superstars,
for sure.
and for them to identify
Zendaya,
yes.
like what?
And for them to identify that in a child, and then truly, I mean, I know, say what you want. They said, we know what happened with Nickelodeon, Ariana Grande, and Disney Channel, and all the other shit. But it's like they definitely hit the pavement with these girls. Okay, like when I tell you, she had 2 seasons. She had Cadet Kelly. She had multiple Cadet Kelly versions of that. She had the Lizzie McGuire movie. She had songs, albums. I mean, they hit the pavement with these girls to the
I
point
mean,
where it's
when they
like,
showed those those videos of them, like, redoing over and over
Oh, yeah.
they're like,
The
and you're
Disney Channel.
watching Disney Channel. Like, they worked them children for sure. They had jobs, you know? But yeah, I think it's really about us giving credit where it's due. It's just like, yes, those were great shows. I think it's us realizing too, like, the impact. I wonder if they I wonder if, like, the Lizzie McGuire movie had, like, Europe premieres, like, maybe
Yeah, that's a
maybe
really
she could have
let's look
had an
that up.
idea about that, like, when that did happen, especially because it was, like, in Italy. Like, it was, like, supposed to be in Italy and all that stuff, but yeah, man, like, it felt
Yeah.
like forever. Like, that show felt like it was on for so long. And honestly, the way she grew, those were formative years for her because
Yeah.
season 1 to the movie, she's like a
Different
damn near
person.
grown woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she was
So,
frolicking through Italy with another
right.
teen with no supervision. But yeah, it was fascinating. I was just
She's
like,
only 38.
and the songs were bops. Like I literally like was singing
They were
everyone.
good.
They were good, and I'm just like, I just hope Hilary Duff goes on, does this tour, and I know she's releasing new music. And at the end of it, one understands her impact because I just feel like, yeah, like Miley's due for it, like
Mhm.
all of them are due for it, and I just hope she gets her flowers in this because I'm like, the minute the music started, I was like, "Oh my god. Like, this is a big ass fucking moment," you know?
Yeah.
And I hope she understands that, basically. I hope she understands that. She was definitely lip singing some notes, like, she was definitely lip singing. Hopefully, she'll, get off the backtrack. I definitely also think her stage presence needs to get better, but I also feel like it's fine because the
Yeah.
music carries itself so much right now because everyone's
Mhm.
hearing it for the first time in so long. But I told Julie, I was like, "I need to figure out a way to get these Brooklyn tickets," because I was like,
Yeah.
this like, that alone, I was like, "Oh, I need to be at this concert."
Right. Especially because just, like, who knows when this will ever happen again.
Who knows the next time?
Damn, the ticket that I see, I just Googled it. It's like $965.
Is that a resale one?
I mean, it's definitely resale. She's be
This is the
crazy
thing,
selling all
after
that, but
yesterday, what I saw, I believe there are people that will pay that because, again, it's so limited. It's like, we don't know if she'll ever tour again, and then secondly, this is, like, our
yeah, and then she's going to,
childhood.
like, only a couple venues, like
Exactly, and, like, I was just, like, literally so into it. I'm looking literally. Is it sold out? The tickets are sold out
yeah,
completely in
that's what it
Brooklyn.
says. Mhm. And I'm like,
Wow.
she's not like she's going anywhere. Like, she's not going to DC.
And she's not it doesn't look like she's even going to, like, the Philly
Hopefully
or
hopefully she does the album and then maybe tours again. Like, she's seeing how much she can tour. I
I'm
don't know.
like, and let's see. Let me see if she sold out in LA. She sold out in LA. Like, that alone, you sold out in New York and LA. I don't know why the hell she's going to Las Vegas, but she's going to Ontario. Let's see if there's
Mhm.
any tickets there. I'm not going to Ontario, but I just wanna see if it's sold out in Ontario. So, I mean,
Yeah, she's doing it's a sold out show.
yeah, I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her, and I'm so proud of her. I really am. I just can't get over it. Like, I'm so proud of her. So
I
she's gonna do
know.
the so she's going to Canada in 4 days. Oh my gosh, she'll be in Brooklyn a week from today.
I know, I saw that. It's, like, coming up.
Oh my god.
Try to
Okay.
manifest.
I know. I'm like, where do I even buy tickets if it's not Ticketmaster? I'm like literally scared to buy it anywhere else. Whatever.
I'll look it up for you. I'll see if I can find anything,
It's like
but
I'm not willing to pay, like, literally I just looked on StubHub. 2 tickets in general admission and they have it for 1,900. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying that. But not for Hillary. I mean, I love
somebody
Hillary.
will. Like,
Somebody will.
somebody that
Mhm.
has it will
Mhm.
definitely do that. But yeah, that is awesome. I'm happy for her. Oh yeah, it says Luck or something out
Yes, Luck
on
or Something. That's her album, I think. Love or
it's
Something. or
I
luck?
think it's luck or something.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that was Haley's album. It comes out February 20th. So yeah, it sounds like she may have like a tour after
She
that.
probably will, because this is probably a rollout for the album, like to
Yes,
get
this is
people
like
excited.
this is like, will people buy it? You know, this was
Yeah.
a test run.
A little drive by.
Yeah, so awesome. Go Hilary Duff.
Go Hilary Duff.
You were very
like-
impactful in my childhood. I know that.
And you're beautiful. Like, that was another thing I was like struck by. Like, the minute she like showed her face when the lights came up, I was like, oh, you look good. Like, I'm like, you're on that
Mhm.
Beyonce workout plan for this. Like, she looked like
Mhm.
fit. Like, it wasn't even like she was skinny. She looked fit. Like, her arms had a little bit of like muscular tone to it. Like, you could see that, like, she looked like she had been working out for this, you know?
Yes.
And I was like,
it's
yeah.
like, it's so super cute. And it's just like, I mean, I truly believe like if you are white and you are not racist, you hang on to your beauty for longer. And it's giving that. So love to see it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. But yeah, that's all I have for this week on that. I'm just like, they're due. These child stars are due for flowers. They're due for their flowers.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
They are. And I think it's like, it's okay for like, it's not corny. It's not like whatever. Like they had real talent and they were sought out and they continue to have talent into their
Mhm.
old age. And I think
Mhm.
it is sad for like some of the people that maybe weren't like the front runners
Mhm.
because they were super talented too. Like
Hell yeah.
Orlando Brown, like he
I
was in
mean,
movies from a child, and it's just
freaking
like,
Ren from Even Stevens. Like, they tried it with her. They had her singing in different songs, and she now
I
has
know
a
she's a little weird
podcast.
to me, but
She now has a podcast, but it's like, regardless if she's weird, some of these people had
yeah,
talent.
they
Like,
all did.
the
I'm sure they
redhead girl
had
from
to.
Raven, That's a Raven, Chelsea, the best friend.
Love
She can sing too. Like,
and just was so funny. Like these kids were
and funny, yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
Like I mean that just the time period of TV, it's not like that now. Like me and Danielle are watching we've been watching my wife and kids, and it's just like, this is funny. You know, like this is like, this gives kids someone to look at that's like, oh, like that's somebody like me, like, you know.
And if you think about it, like, I was thinking about this the other day, the amount of child stars, like, okay, that have like really, really, like, of course, there's like two categories. There's like, you made it as a child star, and then there's the one category that's like, and you continued. I forget, like, Olivia fucking Rodrigo. Like, you know, like, there are serious A-list celebrities who came from this. Zendaya, like Miley Cyrus.
I mean,
like,
Miley Cyrus was on stage with Beyonce. Like,
yes.
she was on her last album.
Yes. Like,
that's insane.
It's just, I mean, props to the talent recruiter.
And that's probably why it feels so good for people like Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff, because it's like, you know, you see that happening for your peers, and then it's just like, you have your moment, you know.
And
it's nice that she's having this.
She also like remained unproblematic. I actually was like thinking about that too, because I'm like, okay, we know Lindsay had her little, you know, had her time. She's back on the right track. Demi Lovato certainly, but I'm like, Hilary literally like did her 2 seasons, did her movies, did her songs, and then just like went away. Like, you know, she wasn't getting arrested, she wasn't partying with Paris Hilton. Like, she was just like living her life. Like, she's so unproblematic that it's just like, yeah,
honestly, thank God.
Right? Don't ruin the little Lizzie for us. But I just love her. I was like, I'm going to that concert. She's fantastic. She is fantastic.
I'm gonna try to catch a live, or like watch some clips.
Yeah, try to watch in 4 days. The next one is in 4 days, so I'm sure someone's going live. Yeah,
remind me, because I know you'll be.
Girl, I'm gonna be on that live rating for the time. That's the one in Canada. I'm gonna be, and then the one in Brooklyn. If I'm not there, I'm live. Okay, I'm watching it live. Like, and I'm putting it on the TV screen. Like, the woman, she's ready. And then I don't know if you saw. Sorry, this is the last thing I'll say about her. I liked it. I'm sorry. I'm pulling up my TikTok. She posted this TikTok right before she did her show, and I was just like, I was like, you're like an interesting person. Like, like you're like a very interesting person that I feel like we didn't really get to see this personality of you because you're doing like, we're on Disney Channel instead of like being a real person. Look at what I just sent you on text.
Let's see.
And look at her when I'm talking about the fitness. Look at her, like her arms, her like she's.
Aw.
I took over a year off and cut you bitches some slack.
I know, I love that.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Aww. I love that. I know, and it's nice to be able to see them in their adultness, like being able to cuss and be themselves.
Look at the first comment.
Hilarious. Aw, that's so cute.
I'm cracking up.
That's so cute.
Okay, but
we
go
love
ahead.
Cadet Kelly.
We do.
We
know you have some stuff to talk about, honey. Who's on trial?
Oh yeah, so I wanted to bring Mr. Sharpe back up here. We haven't talked about him in a long time because like we haven't been watching the podcast or like we only are aware of it when there's clips that circulate and that caused some commotion on social media. So recently a comedian named Ryan Davis, who I am not aware of, sat down with Shannon Sharpe and basically was like starting to talk about his relationship with his daughter and how like his daughter's love has become transactional, quote unquote, and it broke him down. Mind you, his daughter is what? Let me see. I feel like she's like 11 or 10. The daughter is,
I think she's 11.
she's a child. And basically I'm pretty sure called her a gold digger. I don't know if he said that, quote unquote, but like that was the insinuation that like every time she calls him, she's asking him for something or asking him for money. And so that's like caused a lot of commotion on social media because it's just, I mean, it says a lot about how this father is willing to talk about, look at, relate to his child in this way where it's just like that you are rationalizing or giving this narrative to your 11-year-old who is a child who is still coming to learn basic, whatever, like she is just living, okay? And so a lot of people were talking about just how inappropriate it is to talk about a child, that they put up a picture of the child like in the background and like
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it just sparked a big debate about just like just, I don't know, for me it's just immaturity, like emotional immaturity, potentially narcissistic parents. Somebody brought up a good point about just setting up the narrative because apparently, it's been normalized that like fathers can exit. Like it is like normalized narrative of that, like fathers, like whether it's like, the mom's keeping them away or legally or whatever, like there's like a narrative that comes with that. And somebody on TikTok was talking about how this is like setting himself up to be like an absent father, like giving a reason or a narrative to why he's not as active or is absent. Mind you, again, I've never heard of this man before this situation
Interview, right?
this interview. And so it's just like, I have no idea like how involved he is with his child's life, but it was very telling him being willing to talk about his daughter in this way, have a picture of his daughter, like kind of what Dominique Morgan was saying, just, not protect her image and her integrity. Like this is a child, like you are putting this label on her of like being just only wanting her dad for blah, 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 blah. Like,
but it's like at 11 years old, what other things do you want her for?
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, if it's not to just like, like, it's like,
that's
yes,
it.
If it's not, I mean, this is the thing. I have so many questions to follow up with this man because I'm like, is he in the home consistently with this kid every
Right.
day? Like, does he live with
Exactly.
her? Like, I want to know that because yes, there's other things to do with your kid, like hang out, but if you're not in the house consistently to do that, yeah, you probably only see her or when you are doing something, whether that's getting food, whether that's buying her something, you're usually probably out the house then when you're seeing her. And so it makes sense that then like this is your relationship. Like
Mm, and it's
she
just like
calls you
that
when you
is
need
what.
something
Right.
because you're not parenting. Because
Right.
yes, I also like would watch movies with my father and like play music with my father, but that's because I could see my father by going downstairs. If that's not the case, yeah, I think the dynamic of the relationship changes.
Right. And also it's a child. Like somebody was like
Right, you're in your feelings
somebody
big
was like,
time.
I was asking somebody in the comments on Dominique Morgan's thing was like, I was asking for Uggs during like a recession. Like,
Right.
like and the house was like in foreclosure. It's just like, yeah, like kids don't know,
Absolutely.
like that is their world and your job is to love them and guide them and as they get older and have the honestly just having the experience, the life, the brain development to understand love and like wow my parent did I had a great dad, like you know what I'm saying, like have that understanding, like your job is just to be a good dad and provide and love and take care and educate this girl and protect her, like that's it, like and it's just it's very concerning that you are even looking at your child like this, but it's not it's definitely normal. Like, I mean, not normal. I don't want to say normal. It's not, this is not a one-off situation. Like, I definitely feel like and I want to say specifically in like the Black family, I feel like there's this narrative of just like being ungrateful or like, um, needing to, I don't know, like prove your worth to ask for things or
Or just like or just like this idea, and I mean, and I think this has been ingrained in us, rightfully so. This just like you have to work hard for da 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 and earn, work twice as hard, da da da. And that's true in the sense of like your job and school and understanding how like inequities work, that like
right.
white, that there is a difference.
There's a time and
But when there's
place.
a child and it's not like it's literally just like the random spoils and delights of being a like of being a kid and getting a Barbie doll or getting this, like there doesn't need to be any working for that. There doesn't have to be anything you earn
Right.
for that. It should just be that like I am a little girl and like of course I want to give my little girl like a Barbie, her get her hair done, get her nails done,
Yes.
because there's also something like possibly some people might say that being like an act of resistance, like, like a radical action to just to be like, I want to spoil my daughter, my Black daughter, like I feel like there's something to be said about that.
Yes, absolutely. And it just shouldn't be all this. Like it's like very sick and twisted kind of like to put that on a child. Like my heart broke when it became transactional. It's just like nigga, like I came in this world because of you and I literally
Right. She didn't
depend
ask to
on.
be here,
She didn't
bitch.
ask to
Like,
be here.
y'all,
That's
as I always say,
yes.
laid on your back and fucked raw. Like,
Like,
this came of a child came. You now need to
yes.
provide. You now need to give her what she
Yes.
wants
And
because
this is what that comes from. A child that is not thinking about any of your problems, any of your adult
and
problems,
children are
honestly.
naturally selfish. Like, I feel like things that you teach them are
Yes.
like being grateful, are like
Yes, you're
waiting, are
right.
patient, sharing. So it's just
Right.
like these are one, it's like one, understand the like age that you're dealing with, but two, I really want to know if he lives in the house with this daughter, because I feel like I follow a daughter and like a father who is like doesn't live with his daughters, they're
Mhm.
separated, but he like comes over like might even come over almost every day to see them. But it's always when
Mhm.
the girl comes in the car, she's like, I want Wendy's. Or she's like, can we go to Target? Like she always says something and they go. But I feel like, yeah, the dynamic of the relationship changes because you're not hanging in the house. So usually you're doing something. Like you have to be in the car doing something. So
Right.
you'll get Chipotle, you'll get whatever. I can see how
And be ready for
easily
that, nigga.
right. I'm like, I can see how if you're not with the mother, that the relationship does
Mm.
form into that. I can see that. And I'm not saying shame on him for not being with the mother, but I'm saying I would like to know the dynamics. I feel like
Mm.
there's more he's not saying.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that, but again, it's weird to put that on your child, like when this is just the environment that she's in, and
Mhm.
now I
Mhm.
am, you know, I don't know. It's growing
It's
up. You
just
have to grow
weird.
up. You
It's
have to
just
like,
weird.
yeah, like you are the parent. Like I think a lot of these parents, it was funny. Crystal was talking about on the read
Mhm.
how like, you know, everybody, like a lot of people were like saying like, y'all owe Crystal an apology because like she
For
was right
what?
about the Cardi B
About Cardi B.
situation.
Like she was.
Yeah, it's like she was just like, y'all need to like apologize because like or not, she didn't say y'all need to apologize, but people were saying that, and then she addressed it on the show, and
What did she say on the show?
she was just like, I know I was right. Like, you know, like she was saying that a lot of parents, like there's a lot more emotionally immature parents. And that is a big problem with a lot of these things. It's just like expecting something from your child that is your job. Like, that's why you brought them here. Like, it's the thought before having them and like dealing with the responsibility of having them. And it is a lot. Like but my thing is just like, it's a lot to have a child. So getting there, I just will never understand like how willy-nilly we have got, like we are with having children. And I guess like maybe it is a biological thing. Like we are animals. Like
You can have sex with a condom though. It's
I
like
know
having children
I
isn't.
agree, Alexis. But what I'm saying, because I don't understand it, I'm like, maybe it is something that is, we're trying to separate ourselves from, you know,
The
fucking,
need to have kids. It's
or
one thing to
just
say the need to
the,
have sex, but the need to have kids is crazy.
I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I think that like maybe there is something, because like why would people be doing it? So whatever. Like
I think it's
people
selfish. I
don't
think
think
people
about it.
exactly. That's exactly what it is. I think people don't think about
But
it
in
because
the
it's selfish.
wild, what I'm saying, yes, like we are
Yes, in
different
the
than
wild, yes,
deer.
they just have babies and they just have whatever. But
Right.
there's a different but one thing in the wild that they don't also have is a
It's
developed mind.
bills.
A developed mind that is with science that can understand, oh, I have to now take care of this. And then a legal system where you can't just drop your baby off and have them in the curb and expect that animal
Yes.
shelter is going to
I
pick
mean,
them up, right?
Alexis, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, yes, it takes a lot to get pregnant and go through that whole process of having the baby, taking care of the baby, all that stuff. And that's why I don't understand how it becomes a willy-nilly choice, which is why my mind went there. I guess what I'm just saying is like, yeah, I do think there's a lot of emotionally immature parents and people in the world that become parents. And yeah,
I
so
think that it is the fact that a lot of people there are some people that have children that shouldn't have them, whether that's because they're broke or this is not serious, whatever. They have kids for no reason. I think to me, it boils down to just like selfishness. Like at the end of the day, of course, we would all
right.
love to just like have sex whenever we wanted.
Or just have a cute baby.
Have a cute, but even if we just take the baby out of it, like sex feels great. Like we all would want to like live in a world where we could
No,
just
but it's
fuck
so
whenever we want
short.
to. You know what I'm saying? Like we would love that. But most of us have a sound mind where we understand we can't do that because we either can't afford it or we don't want the kid or whatever. It's not the right time.
Yes.
I think people who are still making these decisions to continue without continue knowing that they don't have the money, it's not the right time, whatever it is, It just comes down to selfishness. For that moment, they're like, well, I want to fuck. For that moment, they're like, it feels better without protection, or he wants me to do it without
That's
protection,
so
so I'm going to
sad.
do it.
I
And
mean,
then
that
they're-
is animalistic.
Yes. And then they're left with a baby. And then they might not have the money for an abortion, or they want to have the baby, or they don't believe in abortion, whatever it is. And they bring their baby into a circumstance like this. I think for men, that calculation might be that, like, there is an opportunity to walk away. So I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fine, have the baby. I just won't be a part. I mean, even this. I think about, oh my God, Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, the basketball player, how he had a baby with that whatever influencer, whatever the hell she is, and
that
literally
it's
was
acceptable
like,
in any way.
was like, I don't want to have the fucking baby, and just gave her however $1 million to have the baby and to never talk to him again. That alone should be shameful. But instead, if you look at the comments, people are like shitting on her, being like, you're too grown for him. Like, y'all, like, you knew what you were doing. You knew that he wasn't an ancient nigga. He wouldn't want to have the baby. So why would you have the baby? All this stuff. And it's just like
both of you guys know.
It should be, I don't even care if you're financially supporting the kid. It should be like excommunication, red flag, horrible, shameful thing if you are not emotionally and physically there for your child, because they did not ask to
100%.
be here. And also, they did not ask to be here. So if you're going to sit down, lay on your fucking back, whatever it is, without a condom, man or woman, you should then accept the consequences in that moment that we can have a baby. And I just feel like, and then when you have that child, yes, like, in my mind, like, it's just weird what this man is thinking, back to the story, because I'm like, also, when I think about myself having a kid, I like fantasize about, like, oh my God, I can take her to the American Girl store and like get her, like, I want to give her the little,
That's
like,
why it's just like, just say you don't got it. He doesn't.
That's what it comes to. You don't got it, because I'm like, I dream of giving her the, like,
and
middle class, upper middle class little riches that people get.
And that's a sad, like, and we talk about, like, he doesn't have it. Like, that is a result of living in this capitalistic society. And yes, maybe opportunities were denied of you because you are a Black man in this country. And again, it's not these children's fault. Like, you brought this child into the world, and yeah, it's just like, I think Crystal's right that it does come down to the emotional immaturity of having I think about just like having a dog and talking to, like, having to care for him, and he can't talk to me, but it still is such a consideration of, like, I apologize to Jupiter. Like, if I like do something that's like, I don't know, I apologize to Jupiter. Like, there's like if, I accidentally step on his foot or something happens where there's like a repair or whatever, like, this is a relationship that I signed up for. I decided to get a dog. I have to take care of him. I have to respect him. I have to make sure that he's happy and has a good life and is fed, clothed, like, to go out in the cold, stuff like that. It's just like
empathy. Like, I also think it's an empathy gap. I like talk to Julia about that a lot. Like,
interesting.
How it's like,
especially if they didn't have it. I think that's where it comes down to a lot too.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. Like, I think it's an empathy gap, because I'm like,
that's so sad.
It's like, it's one thing where it's like to care for something else, whether animal or person, requires you to at some point sacrifice your own needs, truly place yourself in their shoes, regardless of whether it's stressful, regardless if you don't have enough time, regardless if you don't have the finances. Like, you still have to show up in
the
a way
energy.
you have to show up for this dependent in a way. And I feel like it comes with empathy. There are a lot of people, I've seen it with my own fucking eyes, where there are fathers who are just like texting their kids saying, I'll pick you up on Saturday, and fucking don't. I'm sure on Saturday they're not sitting on their asses.
Oh my God, that's
I'm
crazy.
sure on Saturday they're out with other people. You don't show up, right? There's people who have dogs that they don't walk them at all. Like, you don't show up, you know what I'm saying? Or even worse. And so
that's
it's just
crazy.
like,
you're right. There is an
empathy gap. Like, you don't feel for other people. You don't, or other animals or
Right.
things.
You don't put yourself
And
in that
and that's why I tell,
situation.
like, it's funny because I'm not going to say the name, but there are some people close to Julia, I'll say it like that, who don't take to, I think, great care of their pets. And I
Mhm.
always tell them, like, to me that is like a single one of the single indicators of, like, are you a good person? Because I'm like,
Mhm.
if this is something that can't talk, they can't tell us how bad they treat us. Like, you
Yes.
literally get, like, basically get away with whatever you do with these
Right.
animals because they
Yes.
can't speak, they can't advocate
Right.
for themselves. So you treating them well, like,
Mm.
is,
Yes.
I don't know the word. It's like,
It's like we're doing it the right thing when nobody's
yes,
looking,
doing the right
like
thing when no one's watching. I think that's the perfect way to put
like,
it.
there's probably a better word for that, but
Yes.
yes, that
And I feel
idea.
like, so to do that to something that can't advocate for themselves and that you decided that you wanted, like, you
Right.
bought, you
You
rescued,
want a
and you
dog.
still, despite all of that, are terrible to them, you're a shitty person. There's nothing that anyone could tell me
Right.
that you can't tell me, well, they're happy. They like just sitting at home all
Maybe
day. They like whatever. You're a bad person, period.
I guess my question is, what makes bad people?
I
Is
mean,
it
that's subjective, I think, but I feel like for me,
but, like, I mean, not, like, what makes bad people. I mean, like, literally, what made that person okay with
I
that?
think selfishness has a lot to do with it. I think
And
selfishness
I
is a
wonder
big
what
thing.
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I just don't I guess 'cause there's levels to it, and
I
'cause
think
I'm
it's
always just
selfishness.
yeah, I think you're right.
'Cause
'Cause it's
I
like at a certain point, you become an adult and you like, even if you did not get 'cause I'm thinking I'm trying to, like, find it. Like, I'm just like, it must be a trip when you're a parent, you didn't have you had, whatever trauma, like,
Yep.
like if you didn't have a present dad or
Mhm.
whatever, and then they look like you, they're a person. They're not a dog. Like, they look like you, they're a person, like they have whole lives, and it's just crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine dropping the ball on that. But
I
go
feel
ahead.
like, no, I think you're right. Like, I think there's so many ways to take this. I think one of it is
Like,
like,
I was a selfish person back then. Like, I think
yeah,
that is like, I think about like Mike
yeah.
Epps.
I
He's
mean,
like,
I think part of
he
it is
said he
just
wished he was a better dad to
growing
his electric
up. Like, I
kids.
feel like,
Yeah.
I think about, like,
Emotional maturity, growing up.
like, I think about when I was teaching, there was a middle school teacher who was, I love him. He was hilarious. But one thing he always talked to me about was like, he would get constantly triggered by the middle schoolers triggering his own trauma, like, to the
Mhm.
point, like, where there's times, like, he's, like, going off the fucking handles, like, cussing at them, screaming at them, throwing shit,
Oh,
like,
shit.
because he's, like, it's triggering me, and then I remember him being like,
Mhm.
"But I have to, it doesn't matter if it's, like, unhealed, it doesn't matter, it's like, I
Yeah.
am the
Doesn't
adult,
matter.
and, like, in this situation, I have to do better, period." And now he's the principal, like, he's an assistant principal at the MCP, like, you know what I'm saying? I say all this to say,
Right.
like, I'm saying all this to say, it doesn't, like, part of it is like like growing up. It's like understanding that, like, yes, maybe my father wasn't around, but I'm not gonna be that careless this fucking time. Maybe
Yes.
my mother, like, yelled at me and, like, was jealous of
Not
me
like,
and all
oh,
this.
he be all right.
Right, right,
I didn't
right.
have a dad
There's
either.
right. There has to be a moment where you say, I understand
Breaking
that it could have
generational
been better,
curses.
so I'm going to do better. And I feel like,
And
and
it's
I'm not perfect. I'm not saying this from a high horse, but I'm just saying that, like, I do think some people are just, like, selfish. They're just like, whatever. Like, like, they're just like,
yeah,
they
like
have
they will be
yes,
okay.
exactly. They're like, I turned out fine. It don't matter,
Yeah, like they will, and I do think there's like a low bar sometimes of like, what okay is, or like what's acceptable in terms of parenting. And I think that's good. Like, I think we need to have more conversations because maybe a lot of people don't know what they haven't seen. They don't even had like a good possibility model of like, this is what it could and should be. Like, I do think education comes down to a lot too, because yes, there is an age, I think, where you accept that you are an adult, like your choices your choices have consequences. I think that people a lot of times, like if we're talking about our bigger community, like there's kids that are making these adult choices and they have to deal with adult consequences, and like, and maybe just they don't have any room to, like, it took, like we said, we were talking about this, like, I think your brain takes literally into in your 20s, and I heard like
I read
ADHD
something where it was
brain,
like
like even
32.
30s. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
like
heard it's like
32.
32.
Like
Yeah.
we just got here. And there is a lot that clicked. Like even just getting a dog. I mean, I cared for, my parents' dog, but I never was like my own responsibility. And I do think just because I feel like I do have that empathy, I'm not gonna just let an animal like, not do the best by it.
Yes.
But being
And
at this age, I feel more equipped to.
I think at the end of the day, it comes down to once you make that decision or have that responsibility on your plate, you then have to grow up. Like I feel like it is what it is.
Right.
And this might be harsh, but it's like
It's true.
even if you're 16, 17, 18 and had a baby, it's like like we're talking in the most healthy, we're not talking in a situation of rape or whatever. We're talking
Right.
like you had sex with your boyfriend. Unfortunately, that's when you hear those narratives like she had to grow up quick. It's like, yes, you have to grow up quick. You probably can't go to prom now. You probably can't. It's like it just is what it is. Like I'm not trying to
My
be,
wife and kids.
right. It's like I'm not trying to be rude, but to
No,
me, like
that's real. That's real.
It's like the harsh
you have
truth
to be an
me,
adult.
right? The harsh truth to me is like, and I don't want to hear anything. Like the kid is here, and now the kid is the number one priority.
My thing too, I want to make space for it. Just like you can still, because I think a lot of times people's feelings too, they spill over. It's like maybe they are reckoning with the fact that, like, I think a lot of parents do, and I think that's okay. We all have that point. Like even we talk about with what is it, like the puppy blues, like when you get a puppy and it's just like, what the fuck did I do? Like this is like crazy. So I mean, yes, but I think there's a time and a place. It's like, and I think we need to make more spaces for that. Like, yes, you need to go cry, process the fact that you like, cause I think people do need that. Like if we're talking about a bigger population, yes, I wish people would just like grow up the fuck up and like, put on their big girl panties. But I think a lot of times people need to, you do have your inner children that you need to take care of, but it's a time and a place. And if you prioritize like time and place, getting a therapist, like doing somatic healing, and this is again like accessibility to these things and knowing that like, okay, like I can mourn my childhood and not take out on the fact that like, I had a kid, like, do it in the appropriate places so that you can show up for your child.
I think it's just exactly that. It's like time and place. It's like, so you cry when the baby's asleep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you do your therapy then. You do your homework then. Like, it's like,
and you have to get through those time periods where it's hard. So it's like, if you have a newborn, yes, like you cry when the baby's asleep. It's like, okay, oh my God, I got to 4 and now they're a little bit more independent and now I can take more time. Like, I do think that that's just how life is. Yeah. It's just like, you have more time to yourself. You get through those periods.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my uncle, like my cousin Candace had gotten like this really cute, like chocolate lab, a couple years ago. And like, he was adorable, but she wasn't doing anything. Like she was letting the baby, like the dog pee in the house. She wasn't taking the dog out for walking. Like my uncle Eddie, her father was like, so you're gonna have to give this dog away. Like he was just like, you can no longer keep this dog in my house, treating it like this. And it wasn't like she was treating it poorly, but it was just like, you're not meeting its needs, and you clearly don't have the bandwidth, so let's get rid of it. And I just feel like more and more people, it's just like, I think a lot of it is selfishness. I am not a teenage, mom. I'm not whatever, but it's like, I do think that there is this, that we have to be more responsible. And then if we do find ourselves in a situation where we have to now deal with our consequence, that we put our chin up, that we're accountable, and that we do our due diligence to make sure now whatever the dependent is, whether that's an animal or a person.
And you can make better choices,
better. Yes, exactly.
And for people that are young parents, it's just like, you get to have like your freedom. Like, I have friends that like, you know, had kids when they were young and like now they're early 40s, like 30, like late 30s, and they are free. You know, it's just like, I'm not getting a pet. Like, I just had raised a child for like all these years. You know, it's just like we take the time back. We can feed into our inner children anytime. Like, you know,
We just have to do better. When you know better, you do better. And I think that
and we do have to educate people, because I think
have to do better.
we do come from a privileged space of being
We
able
do.
to
We
even
do.
to just have a calm enough nervous system to think like this. Like there is a true thing of like that part of our brain that makes decisions that is not animalistic. Like, if we want to get scientific, like that separates us from that. And I'm pretty sure it's our frontal lobe. It's like, if you are able to even be in that space to receive, like, I think we need to work on that. But yeah, shame on, I mean, I don't want to, I feel weird about shaming people, but Ryan's
shame.
Yes, Ryan David.
Shame.
That was Dominique's read on him was so funny and so real. And yeah, that's basically how I feel. And Crystal is real too.
Crystal's always fucking real. People are always mad about it.
And it's just like people don't want the truth.
And I'm still waiting to see what the drama, where's the drama, whatever that tour is called. I can't wait to see the clips. I actually might even watch it on live.
Oh yeah,
I'm rooting for her
you already said
to do it well. Right? I'm rooting for her to do it well, but I feel like there's just so much drama wrapped around Cardi, and I don't think she's ever really shown us that she is in tour shape, I say. And I'm not like, I mean, like, what I saw from Hilary Duff, this is a woman who looked like she was about to do a 3-hour show. The woman was fit. Beyonce is fit. Taylor talked about she was running, and you know how we feel about Taylor Swift, but she said she was running like miles for months on end prior to even starting the tour. Like, you have to be in shape. And I don't think that just looking the part is enough. Like, you have to be fit, you know? And so I'm just like, I am so curious to see her breath control. I'm so curious to see the visuals, the outfits. Cardi always throws on a fit, so I'm excited for the fits. And you know, we'll see what happens. But girl, I'm seated for this tour because there's been so much around it that I'm like, I now need to see the product.
Yes, me too. I mean, I think we all are like waiting to see. Yeah,
I mean, start. Let me see.
Let's see. I think it's in February. Oh yeah, February 11th, I think.
That is less than a month away.
Yeah, that's around the corner.
Oh my God.
But I am wishing for the best. I think I remember I showed you like she was performing in Saudi Arabia.
You did, yeah.
And I feel like it looked good there. So yeah, we'll see.
I want to click on the New York show, and I just want to see what her tickets are looking like. She might be sold out. Who sees? Okay, so she's doing 2 days in New York. Let's see. If March 25th, she'll be in New York. Let's see if there's any tickets on Ticketmaster.
And I feel like I feel like it's good because it is true. Like, she has lots of bops and she hasn't gone on tour yet.
I mean, this is the first. I mean, even just like there's certain songs I love, like press. Cardi don't need. Like, I would love to hear that live. Like, there's so many songs
there's a
I would
lot
love to hear
of them. I know she was posting like some of her like people that were talking about. Like, I can't wait until she plays this song.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
if somebody wants to take me to the Cardi B concert, I will go.
Take me to that. Okay, well, let's wrap it up.
Yes, let's wrap it up.
Okay, it looks like Section E. We can get in Section E on April 8th for 124, but I'm like, that's a little too much for me for party.
That's too much. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I need somebody.
I'll go for $75. Well,
yeah. All right. Well, this was fun. Thank you guys so much for listening.
I'll
On
call you when I
where?
walk the dogs.
Okay,
I'm walking
yay.
them today.
Okay. Yes, we are counting down to our 100th episode, y'all. We're so freaking
We've actually
excited.
been meeting, and we're gonna try to do something special. So just
Yes.
listen up.
Listen up. Send us an email if you want to with a topic or just anything, any suggestions or questions for us. Our email is whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to email us your discussion topics at whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. Also, remember to subscribe to Who Am I to Judge podcast on Spotify and everywhere you get your podcasts. If you love us, please rate us and review. And if you don't, leave us alone. Tell a friend to tell a friend. See y'all next week. Bye, friends.